World leaders attending a climate summit in the Brazil launched a fund on the Thursday to save the world's forest, quickly raking in over $5 billion in pledges to reward tropical countries for not chopping down trees. Also, the initial government commitments still fall far short of what it is needed for the fund to also attract the private investment that it has been seeking. But the Brazil's president, that is Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, still described the Tropical Forest Forever facility, that is TFFF, as unprecedented. Ultimately, Brazil, the fund's political sponsor, seeks to create a $125 billion facility that would pay out a share of profits to the developing countries for every hectare of the forest they leave standing. Private investors would also receive a return from the funds invested mainly in the emerging market bonds. Such a fund, which will help us come at the right time, Abe Assamoy, an Ivory Coast representative, told the Millennium in the Belém, a city at the edge of the Amazon rainforest. We have certainly lost a lot of forest, but we have implemented a comprehensive strategy to reforest our country. We have ambitious goals and targets, but these require money, he added. The fund was launched in the Belém also on the Thursday as the head of the states and the government met ahead of an annual recount of the United Nations climate talks starting the next week. Things can change, let's see how. The designer of the fund envisioned raising $10 billion in the initial contributions from the governments within a year, a figure revised downward in the face of an initial lackluster response. The $10 billion also should be increased to $25 billion in the longer term startup money that will then attract the private investments worth another $100 billion. Brazil hopes that the fund will create a reliable long-term revenue stream, an alternative to the tropical countries cutting down forest for the economic gains. Also, earth forests are often described as its lungs, expelling oxygen and taking in the planet-warming carbon while housing a rich variety of the animal and the plant life. Brazil had put in the first $1 billion pledge for the fund, matched by the fellow forest nation Indonesia. The UK also said that it would not contribute, while the Finland's government told the Millennium that it would be difficult to find new resources in uncertain economic climate. Also, things can change. This is a long-term project, the Brazil's chief climate negotiator, that is Mauricio Lirio, told the Millennium about the countries that have not yet joined the initiative. Brazil's finance minister Fernando Haddad also is being very positive, saying that we have already surpassed 50% of what we envisioned to raise until the next climate conference in the 2026. France pledged a conditional €500 million. Portugal added a more modest $1 million, and Germany made an unspecified commitment. Norway on the Thursday pledged 30 billion kroner, that is $3 billion, for loans, but with strings attached. It is vital to stop deforestation, to reduce the impact of the climate change and limit the biodiversity loss, the Norwegian government said in a statement.